The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game has over 10,000 unique cards for players to collect, trade, and construct their own personal decks. But what would happen if players only had access to the bare minimum? In this series, both the TheRJB0 and myself will each open a very select amount of sealed product. Once we open that product, we must build a deck using only those specific cards pulled, that's it. And at the end of each episode, we discard the entirety of our pulls to the graveyard and start from scratch with a new product. Every card counts. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Showdown. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content. Man, last episode rocked. I don't care what anyone says. If you're playing Arcana Force EX, the Dark Ruler Turbo, like, that is what Sealed Showdown is all about. And speaking of craziness, we are now moving on to a set that a lot of you might be familiar with in Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. For those of you who forgot, this is the set that contains the Dragon Rulers, and there's actually a plethora of ridiculous cards in this set. So let's go ahead and flip up pack number 1 and see what we're getting. We get an Xyz monster right off the bat, although I'm not sure how playable this one in particular is. Let's see what else we got. Of course, we have a few of the baby dragon rulers in Burner and Reactant. Obviously, we need the daddy dragon rulers in order to make any use of those, although Reactant's like 1800 base, so he's actually like not terrible. Battling Boxers are in here. If we can pull like Lead Yoke and the other like supplementary cards for Battling Boxer, I think that's like probably the best strategy in the whole set. We also have some interesting stuff here. Shark Kraken is just a 2400 that can be special summoned by tributing a water monster. Aurora Wing is a water monster that when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can just special summon it back, so it's an easy way to get to Shark Kraken. And Memory Loss is like not exactly a battle trick, but it's like if your opponent's using the effects of their monsters, it'll change the monsters to defense position and negate the effect, so it's a way to actually sort of blank a battle phase. Neat stuff in the first pack.
Oh, this one's gonna be wild, folks. It's time for one of the most absurd packs in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. The holos in this set were game-breakingly strong, but the things that made it really shine, the thing that transformed the Yu-Gi-Oh meta forever, were the rares. Both the Dragon Rulers, which were nuts in the TCG and will be nuts here, and the Battling Boxers are incredible in the set, and I'm hoping to pick up a large number of both of them. I can't wait to get into this one. Pack number 1, we are starting off strong with a Tempest Dragon Ruler of Storms. This is really good. Tempest is one of the better ones for this set, specifically because we have the Mecha Phantom Beasts in here. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Wolf is a 1900 defender, which is okay. Memory Loss is a genuinely good card. It's both kind of a battle trick and a negation. Generally a good pack. Next pack. Oh no! Our first holo is Mermail Abyss Balian, the Fail Whale itself. But more importantly than that, we have Battling Boxer, Switch Hitter, and King of the Feral Imps, a second Memory Loss, and an Iced Beast Xerophine, a card that I think we can make in this set. Here's Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Leopard. Would have loved to have seen that in Cosmo Blazer in order to legally use Spirit's effect. Shark Kraken is actually an interesting one. We have a lot of water monsters to work with in this set, so an easy to summon 2400 dude that doesn't use a Dragon Ruler activation could be pretty good.
So I'm very happy to see that we get some Battling Boxer support in our second pack. Sparer and Switch Hitter are both pivotal to the strategy. Thankfully, most of the Battling Boxer stuff is actually common, so it shouldn't be too difficult for us to acquire. King of the Feral Imps is a nice little Xyz monster we could make. It's just 2300 attack. I'm not sure if there's like reptiles worth searching in the set specifically, but if there are, I mean, we just have synergy there, but 2300 on a rank 4 is just decent. Some more Battling Boxer stuff, another Memory Loss. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Rhino, decent stat line. It also enables us to use some of the Fire Fist cards in the set. We don't have Tenki, so keep that in mind, but it's not like the end of the world. Shark Fortress is like a good rank 5 if we actually find an opportunity to summon it. Magnum Shield is like okay as well, but only if we have warriors, and I guess the Battling Boxers are warriors, so that's actually playable.
Next pack. Rank up Magic Variance Force. terrible in this set, but Redox Dragon Ruler of Boulders is not at all. And there's our first Lightning, a card that will be crucial for summoning our Tempest from the deck. We also got a Battle and Boxer Sparrer, which will be crucial for getting us into Lead Yoke, the main boss monster of Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy sealed. All right, next pack, a second Redox. I will take that. Shark Fortress is pretty good, although I'm not totally certain that we can make it easily. Xyz Block is a really cool card for our Battle and Boxer Lead Yoke that I hope I am not jinxing myself over. Burner will be great if we draw into Blaster, and that's pretty much what I'm seeing here. Magnum Shield is also an interesting one, I think specifically for Warriors, which all Battle and Boxers are.
Now there is an insanely powerful rank 6. The problem is it's a rank 6, but Gauntlet Launcher is crazy. If we have any means to get to like rank 6s easily, we 100% need to play this because this card is cracked. But speaking of cracked cards, Tidal Dragon Ruler of Waterfalls, the first of hopefully many Dragon Rulers that we end up pulling. Remember, these are all rares in this set. We just want big dudes because big dudes win games. There's a super rare Mecha Phantom Beast Mega Raptor. It's a 1900 attack level 4, so that actually might be worth considering just because of the stat line. We have another Shark Fortress, I was going to say. Fairy Cheer Girls, first one of these that we're seeing. It needs fairies, so like it depends if we can even summon this at all. Another burner, though. I'm looking for, what is it? Droplet, Stream, whatever the blue Dragon Ruler baby is, because since we actually have a title, we have synergy if we can pull that. Just realized that has synergy with Shark Kraken as well.
There it is. Battle and Boxer Lead Yoke. And a Gauntlet Launcher for our troubles. This card is unbelievable and probably the best card in the set. It can stop itself from being destroyed by detaching material, and then if it does, it gains 800 attack. Just an absolutely unbelievable card. Dragon Carnation, also not a terrible card in a format where we need to be managing our Dragon Rulers effectively. Then there's Mind Drain. Really hope this card doesn't come up. Next pack, Xyz Revenge. I don't think is a card we are going to be using. Oh, Xyz Revenge is actually interesting. If we end up in a Battle and Boxer mirror match, we can use this in order to swap in our own Lead Yoke over Alex's. I'll be thinking about this one. Big Whale. Battle and Boxer Counterpunch is very, very good, though. So is Reactant, since we have those two Redoxes in deck. King of the Feral Imps is interesting, but I don't think we're going to be using it. Next pack, a Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. Unfortunately, that's not one of the Xyz monsters we're really looking for in this set. I don't think we actually can summon it in this set. Mecha Phantom Beast Stealth Ray, however, is potentially a card we do want to run, as is Mecha Phantom Beast Black Falcon. Both of these cards are really good for getting those Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, and if we can get into a rank 7, this will help us do it once we get a Dragon Ruler onto the board. A Battle and Boxer Switch Hitter is also crucial for getting Lead Yoke out.
Hey, you know what? I won't complain about seeing a Blaster either, since I know we already have 2 copies of the Fire Baby Dragon Ruler, so happy to see that. Some more Battle and Boxer stuff to round the rest of that out, and there's our first Lightning for if we pull Tempest. Also, Mecha Phantom Beast Stealth Ray has 2100 defense. I remember this from History of Jank, and that is actually quite sizable to get over in this set.
All right, we're about a third of the way through. We are doing fairly well on Dragon Rulers, and even fairly well on payoffs in the form of our single Lead Yoke, and I suppose a Gauntlet Launcher. I'm hoping to keep basically that exact same thing up. We don't need hollows as long as our rares are good enough. I shouldn't have said that. I know how my rare luck does. Starting off with a Fairy Cheer Girl, maybe I shouldn't have opened my mouth. Battle and Boxer Glassjaw, however, is really good for getting us into our Lead Yoke in the first place. Makes our deck a lot more consistent. Next pack, Tri-Fortress Tops is honestly a pretty decent defender, and this is a 6 to maybe help us get into Gauntlet Launcher. There's another one, Blaster Dragon Ruler of Infernos, arguably the best one. It's got 2800 attack, which is pretty good. It can run into a Lead Yoke. It can run into basically all of the other Dragon Rulers in the set, and it works with the Battle and Boxers and with Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Wolf. Great card to pull. Oh. There's no way we can make this card, right? We just do not have the cards to make it. Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, the Ghost Rare, is a really good card. Heraldry Crest also potentially good. It is a payoff for level 4s, but I'm not sure if it's that good a payoff. Let's take a look. Oh. Heraldry Crest is actually a potentially extremely strong monster. It deals with Lead Yoke, and it could deal with Dracasac. We need to keep this card exactly in mind.
I think that's our first copy of Glassjaw. We'd like to see a full playset of those just because he is pivotal in the Battleland Boxer strategy. Haven't seen any Lead Yoke yet, though. That's only a rare as well, so it is fighting for a lot of other slots here. However, if we do pull at least one Lead Yoke, we are going to be looking pretty. But I won't complain about a Tempest, so we have every Dragon Ruler now except for, what are we missing? Redox, as a matter of fact. So that's pretty cool, and we have the Baby Dragon Ruler, so it's very easy for us to summon these guys directly out of the deck. There's no rank 7s that we have access to yet, but that can change on a dime.
There's another one, Battleland Boxer Lead Yoke. We wanted to see at least 2 of it, and we've got it. We're halfway through. We've got our 3 memory loss, our double Lead Yoke. We are on a good track to be absolutely good to go in this set. A Mecha Phantom Beast Mega Raptor. It's got 1900 attack. Does it do anything else? Oh, potentially very good if we can get another Mecha Phantom Beast into play. It's basically Stratos if we do that. But more importantly, another Battleland Boxer switch hitter. We did want 3 of this card.
Second copy of Title, you love to see it. The more Dragon Rulers we get, the stronger our deck is going to become, so I'm happy to see that. Yes, there's a Lead Yoke. That means that Battleland Boxers are actually online, and because we pulled Blaster, Blaster has synergy with the archetype regardless. We might be playing some sort of like Battleland Boxer Dragon Ruler deck because we have to fill out the rest of the slots of the deck anyway, and so that might be the way to go. Speaking of Battleland Boxer, this is the pack. Switch hitter, headgeared, spar, like that's everything we could have asked for, and a super rare Duck Fighter. I don't think I've ever seen this card in my life. This card's in your hand or graveyard. You contribute tokens who total levels equal 3 or more. Special summon this card. You can only use it once per turn. Not like the worst card I've ever read, but I don't know how useful it's going to be if we don't have many of the Mecha Phantom Beast things, really.
Another Mecha Phantom Beast monster in our holo slot. Mecha Phantom Beast Turtle Racer. I'm pretty sure this is a good one. It just has a token summon effect. No, it doesn't. It just blocks your Mecha Phantom Beast tokens from being destroyed, which could be good enough on a 2000 defense body. Another Buffalo. Okay. Parsec the Interstellar Dragon. Control a level 8 monster. You can normal summon this card without tributing. Isn't Schwarzschild Limit Dragon in here? That may be a way for us to get Galaxy Eyes Tachyon onto the board.
Ultra rare Mermail Abyss Belling. I don't think I've ever seen this Mermail card in my life. Unfortunately, Mermails are pretty much off the table because there's only a couple of cards for them in the set. However, we did pull another Reactin. There is a Sparer, a Lightning, and we just want to keep seeing more of those. And the hits keep coming. An ultimate rare Noble Knight Gwalshavad. I'm probably going to completely butcher the name on this, but cool little card. I think this actually does have synergy because are you able to special? No, this is, I'm thinking that's Gawain. I think the one that just special summons itself alongside a warrior. This probably isn't very playable.
All right, we've got about a third of our packs left. I'm very happy with our rare luck so far. If we can get some holos that put the polish on things, perhaps a Mecha Phantom Beast Dracasac, I'd be extremely happy. But as is, I have basically what you need in order to be able to run this set. There's a Tempest. I will happily take another Tempest. Next pack, and a Title. I now have all 4 colors. Very happy to see that. If this were a progression series, I would be over the moon.
Yes, a second Lead Yoke. That's insane because outing one Lead Yoke is not unthinkable in a series like this. Outing a second one, I think, is going to be incredibly difficult. So assuming our Battleland Boxer core is strong enough, this is going to be the game plan for sure. Ultra rare Harpy Channeler. Harpies are definitely offline because we are missing 90% of the support. But wow, our holo luck in this set has been exceptional. And another holo, Ghost Fairy Elphobia. I don't think I've ever seen this card before in my life. Once per turn, reveal a wind monster in your hand until the end of your opponent's next main phase 1. Monsters with a level higher than the revealed monster cannot activate their effects. Interesting little card. Not sure how relevant it's going to be, but it's a neat little effect.
Okay, Radius the Half Moon Dragon and Parsec the Interstellar Dragon both work together to make us a rank 8, and that might be something worth looking into. There's another Trifortress Tops. We inch ever closer to having a gauntlet launcher on the board. There's another Title. Okay, I have 2 of all of them except Blaster now. That's great. Still no rank 7, but there really is only 1 rank 7 in this set, and I wouldn't say no to pulling it. Last pack. Can we get anything ridiculous in the close? I was looking for an Xyz monster and I didn't get it. Wheel of Prophecy is funny, but probably not good enough for our set. Another Battleland Boxer counter punch. I think we have all of those that we're going to get. Overall, again, I don't think I could have been happier about the pulls that we got, at least in the common and rare slot, which is unusual for me. Battle and Boxers, here we come.
Third lead yoke. Oh, RJ, I am so sorry. This is going to be a very uphill battle for you, my friend. I am hyped. All right, so only a couple of packs left. I think what I'm looking for at this rate to round out the deck is more copies of Blaster. We only have one, and we have, I'm pretty sure, a full playset of Burner. So if we can get that, because the the Battle Boxer archetype is all fire, that just gives us maximum synergy if we can pull more copies. Third to last pack, nothing too crazy. If we didn't have Glassjaw's rounded out, I think that's our third one, but I think we were already good. Second to last pack, nothing too crazy here. Like Rhino, I guess, has fire synergy potentially if we go that route. Let's see what we get. Come on, show us a Blaster. Show us a Blaster. I'll even take Dracosack in this set. I'll take Dracosack too. That'd be nice. Oh, nice. Another Blaster in the close. So 2 Blasters to go with our Battle and Boxer deck. I think RJ is going to be in for it. I am so hyped for this episode. Let's get into it.
Oh, this is so sick. So here's the deal. We are going to be in a war, and that war is the war of lead yokes. I pulled a pretty good Battle and Boxer package. I didn't pull more than 1 headgeared, and I only got 2 sparrers, so my main deck Battle and Boxers are a little bit on the low side, but I pulled something that is going to blow the Battle and Boxer lineup wide open, and that card is Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. This card negates all monster effects on the field at the beginning of the battle phase, and then it sets all of their attack to their original attack, which means that Battle and Boxer lead yoke goes to be a 2200 vanilla. And then if it attacks and your opponent activates any monster effects, it gains 1000 attack, which means that it can also get around Battle and Boxer's counter punch. So I am running the cards that enable it: Parsec the Interstellar Dragon and Radius the Half Moon Dragon, which combo together if your opponent has an Xyz monster, which is when we're going to special summon them, to get you a rank 8 Xyz monster. Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy is an incredible set, and I really look forward to summoning its namesake today. Our main deck is mainly a concession to these cards. We took out a copy of Counterpunch to make it more likely that we can get into our Radius Parsec combo, and we also have some interesting things in the main deck like High Tide on Fire Island, which destroys a monster on the board if I have a Blaster on board. That's the deck. I am so excited to be playing one of the most groundbreaking sets in Yu-Gi-Oh's history.
I'm not gonna lie, this looks like maybe one of the most playable decks I've ever built in Sealed Showdown, and that fucking rocks. That means we're gonna have a great episode for you guys. Let's get into the card by card. So we're basically playing Battle and Boxer, but unfortunately we don't have enough cards to play a full Battle and Boxer deck, so we're playing a Fire-Water hybrid deck, if you will, and I'll explain my reasoning as we get into the card by card. So first, the Battle and Boxer stuff. We have triple Counterpunch, triple Glassjaw, triple Headgear, triple Spar, triple Switch Hitter to go with our triple lead yoke. I can't believe we pulled this. This is going to guarantee us victory in this episode, guaranteed, because dealing with one of this is very doable. Dealing with 2 or 3, good fucking luck. So Counterpunch is just like a damage step trick, which is nice. Glassjaw sort of is like a nice way to get the deck all rolling because you can start getting stuff into the graveyard very easily. You can start just recurring your resources, rather. Headgear gets stuff into the graveyard very easily. That's the Foolish Burial. Spar and Switch Hitter are both ways to just get a monster onto the field from your hand or from the graveyard, respectively, which gives you 2 to overlay for the lead yoke. That's what we're mainly trying to do. Since these are all fires, we can play 2 copies of Blaster and triple Burner just to complement our entire strategy. What's nice is that although Blaster can't attack if it's summoned off Burner, it doesn't matter because we just have a repeatable 2800 that we can just keep dropping turn after turn, and that's a lot of pressure to deal with every single time because we have 20 fires in the deck, which means we have 10 activations of Blaster. By then, the game should be over. It's also one of the only sources of removal in the entire set, so very important that we pulled this. For the light package, we have one of our Noble Knight here. The main reason for this is because we're playing triple copies of Magnum Shield. This card reads, equip only to a warrior, apply the effect depending on the battle position. The most important part is that in attack position, it gains attack equal to its original defense, which means that Counterpunch and Glassjaw won't get anything, but Headgeared becomes 2800 attack, Sparer becomes 26, Switch Hitter becomes 29, and this becomes 3,300 attack when equipped with a Magnum Shield. So that's sort of like the game plan to get over stuff like Lead Yoke, because once he gets multiple materials detached, he becomes harder and harder to kill. And so we can even equip this to Lead Yoke and make it like 6,000 attack, which is like absurd for Sealed Showdown. So I can't wait to pull that off. Then we have our water package. So again, we needed like a backup strategy here. So the easiest thing for me to think of was, okay, let's go with Stream and 2 copies of Title, because then we have 10 dragons in total. It's going to be easy for us to be able to pitch these to get whichever ones that we need, but we need some waters to complement this strategy as well. So we went with triple Aurora Wing and triple Shark Kraken. So the logic here is that Aurora Wing, when it's killed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon it. You can only use that effect once per turn, but ideally this would be like a turn 1 play or in a very simplified board state. Shark Kraken can be special summoned by tributing any water monster, and these are 6s to go as well with Trifortress tops to be able to go into our Gauntlet launcher, because this is one of our other big bombs that we can drop. It's a bit idealistic, but honestly, looking at the rest of the card pool, there isn't really much else to pick from that like synergizes really well together. I could play like some more warriors in the form of like Altitude Knight to be able to supplement Magnum Shield, but I figure because we're already playing the Water Dragon Ruler stuff anyway, we might as well play some more waters to make this a bit more consistent, and like some of these aren't terrible. You might be thinking Trifortress Tops is going to be impossible to summon in Sealed Showdown, but think about this. If they go summon Switch Hitter or summon any Battling Boxer and Special Sparer, they're immediately going to overlay into Lead Yoke, and that's 3 summons. 2 for the materials, and then the third is Lead Yoke. This thing's online. We can just drop this. That's 1/6, and as long as we can summon a Shark Kraken, we overlay both for Gauntlet Launcher, we can just immediately go to battle phase, attack Lead Yoke once, and then in main phase 2, detach both materials and just pop the Lead Yoke, and we just cleared it. So that's one of our ways to actually deal with a card like that. It's a bit optimistic because like Shark Kraken's like a tribute monster and it's kind of weird, but I figure like it's worth trying to go into as many bombs as we have, especially because removal is kind of scarce in this set. We have the triple Magnum Shield for the spells, as well as 1 Xyz Revenge. This card's actually disgusting because we most likely are going to be summoning Lead Yoke, the both of us. If your opponent controls a face-up Xyz monster that has material, target a monster in your graveyard, special summon it, detach an Xyz material from a monster your opponent controls, and attach it to your Xyz monster. So if we already went through a Lead Yoke, we can special summon our Lead Yoke, take RJ's material from his and put it under ours, and if that's the last one, then we can just clear it right there. So that is disgusting. I don't really know what else to say there. And the only trap we're playing is Memory Loss, because this is like the only like decent one that doesn't have like a ton of weird stipulations. It's like fine, it's not great. That's it for the main deck though. The side deck, we've got double Altitude Knight for the Magnum Shield, Fire Fist Rhinos in here because it's more fires if we want to lean more heavily into this. We have some Mecha Phantom Beast stuff. Mega Raptor, Stealth Ray, and Tether Wolf are all like fine. This is 19. This can get to 25. Stealth Ray's 2100 defense. I'm not expecting to actually like lean into this stuff very heavily, but like they could just come up depending on the circumstances. I guess we could play this. I did pull 1 Tempest and triple Lightning, but like it's only 1 Tempest, so it's not like that great. We're playing triple High Tide on Fire Island. This card is probably not going to come up, but it's another source of removal for the fire aspect. So if we control level 7 or higher water or fire, if we have a fire, destroy a monster on the field, then if you have any cards in your hand, discard 1 to the graveyard. So this is a way, if we have Blaster, we activate this, we can actually pop something. And again, with removal being scarce, I want to just have this as a possibility to play, even though it does require setup, although Blaster's pretty easy to summon as long as we have a bunch of fires in the grave. The last one is Xyz Block. This is very funny. When your opponent activates a monster effect, detach an Xyz material, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Our turn 1 is most likely going to be a way to get into our Lead Yoke. If that's the case, if we're going first, we can summon this, set this, and then we're probably going to win the game from there, because this is, anytime you have like a counter trap like this in Sealed and it's online, it's really hard to play through that because you don't have many like extenders to pass through it. So that's it for the side deck. For the extra, we got triple Lead Yoke and a bunch of shit we're probably never going to summon. Like, I mean, we have Gauntlet Launcher, which could come up. King of the Fair Limps is here. There's not a single reptile in the set, by the way. Hilarious. But like, we could take some 4s and make this. We can't make Lead Yoke, but like, it's 23. It's fine. Shark Fortress, I don't think we have 5s, but it'd be cool. So like, it's honestly like Lead Yoke, King of the Fair Limps. That's really all we care about. So guys, I am ecstatic for this episode. I can't wait to see what Robert pulled, because this is going to be insane. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, because it's time to duel. RJ, I am ecstatic for this episode. This is like, out of all the sets we've done in Sealed Showdown, this is like top 10 material in terms of how playable our decks are.
Absolutely. We have some terrifying cards at our disposal in this set.
Yeah.
I just need to hope that you didn't get some particular high rarity things, or I guess that you didn't get a particular critical mass of rares and commons.
I was going to say, this is one where your luck hopefully really doesn't shine. If your rare luck in this entire series has been anything but kind to me, this is one of those episodes where I hope you get nothing, but we'll have to see. Shout out to Patreon, Dylan Center. Thank you for the support. We're going to roll the die.
Hey! Finally, it feels like it's been weeks. All right. I am going
obvious
first.
Choice here.
Yes,
Shocker.
I am.
And the set with lead yoke, I'm surprised you're going first. Who would have thought?
You
All
really
right,
should
luck,
be
buddy.
shocked. All right, draw for turn.
Eventually.
Oh, that's interesting. That's not as ridiculous an opening as it could have been. Okay. Let's do this. This seems like the obvious opening play. I'm going to normal summon Battling Boxer Headgeared.
This guy's very annoying and sealed.
Very annoying and sealed, and is about to get significantly more annoying. Let's declare his effect, and we're going to send a copy of Battling Boxer Counterpunch, and we're also going to chain a copy of Battling... I suppose this isn't a chain. It's not on summon. It's just if I've got it. I got Sparer.
It's just if you got it. All right.
We
Lead
are
yoke turn one. Pretty
getting
good.
that turn one lead yoke. Let the games well and truly begin.
Is it really? It feels like it's like the end of the game. When you go lead
you
yoke
got me
pass.
there. This does not seem much like the game has a lot of future for you.
Or does it?
Uh-oh. I do not like the sound of that, Sam. I am.
Wait.
It just keeps going back and forth.
Wait a minute. I think I have the line. I think I have the line.
Let's see the line.
Okay.
The fact that there's a line at all is incredible.
I'm going to blow your fucking mind. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Actually, never mind. This doesn't work because you have fucking counterpunch. I take
Hell yeah.
I take it all back.
Let's go.
I take it all back. I take it all back. Shit. I hate that this thing works from the graveyard.
It
too.
does.
It's so
It's
annoying.
nuts.
Oh, man. Oh, it's such a cool play, too. Come on. Fucking counterpunch. Ruining my plans.
It's funny. There are 4 cards in this set that I think cleanly out lead yoke on field. 2 of them are high rarity, and 2 of them are rares. So it'd be exciting to see which of them you were about to pull on me.
Oh my god. This was going to be like the greatest combo in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like if I pulled this off, you would just let me win the game, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. Okay, what's the backup plan since switch hitter's or not switch hitter, counterpunch is an asshole.
True.
I think I just have to maybe try. You can't kill me necessarily. It's like it's possible, but it's you can what? Counterpunch goes up to 32. You need 48, so you need like Dragon Ruler plus big guy or like double Dragon Ruler not summoned off of baby. You can't kill me.
All right. Draw for turn. That's not a bad start. Can I kill you is a crucial question at this moment.
I don't think so. No shot.
I need to put down, let's see, this is 5,800 life. I would need to put down a 3 grand and a 28. Yeah, that's probably not happening.
You got counterpunch, so it's 1,000 less.
Put out 4,800 points of damage.
See, it's doable, but it's you would need like the perfect combination of cards, and that's if you want to go all in trying.
I might have that perfect combination of cards.
Let's see it then.
Okay, what deals with this? If I don't activate a monster effect on field, you won't be able to hit me with Memory Crush. You don't have an Xyz monster. Xyz block doesn't do anything for you. Unless there's something I don't know and you don't have to control an Xyz monster for Xyz block.
Knowing this game, that wouldn't surprise me.
You would have had to have shotgunned Mind Drain in order for that to work. I'm willing to take the risk. Let's go Blaster from hand.
Okay, that's 28.
I'm going to banish Tempest and Reactin, and I'll use
Jesus
Tempest.
Christ, he has Tempest too.
Yes, I do. And we will add Lightning.
Sure.
And then I guess a Glassjaw does give me the extra 2,000 that would be necessary to complete the equation.
That is literally exactly
lethal.
Holy fucking shit. Yeah. Okay, you got it. You want me to show you the play?
Okay, what's the play?
Actually, I don't want to. I don't want to reveal it to you
okay,
though.
We'll figure it out later.
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you.
Me
It's
after.
so cool. I can't believe you actually killed me. I'm shocked. I should have told you that fucking counterpunch works. I gotta show you this play after. It's so cool. I love it, but it sucks that it didn't work out. Fucking counterpunch, man. Got you there. Blaster plus Glassjaw. That's exactly. It's either that or like you need a double Dragon Ruler essentially, and you basically had that anyway, so it wasn't like that, unheard of.
Oh, Alex, I am so close to being able to pull off the sickest play in my deck.
Okay, let's hope that doesn't happen. Main one. I kind of like this play, so I think we'll go for it. Let's go headgeared effect.
Oh boy, yep,
yeah,
it's happening.
So this isn't like the interesting part, but we'll who do we want? Probably like switch hitter for follow up if we get a Glassjaw.
This card is such an asshole.
Yeah, it's so annoying to deal with. And I think I'm going to make it even more of an asshole to deal with. I'm going to go burner, pitch, counterpunch.
Ooh. Oh no.
Now you get to see how it feels. That, I think, is just going to end my turn. So go ahead.
Okay. Lord, I don't ask you for much. A wind monster off the top. Just a wind monster off the top. That is not a wind monster.
You know not to play these games, RJ.
I know. I shouldn't. I can't help myself, though.
You cannot tempt fate. It does not work for you. The last episode is any indication.
I might be boned.
Okay. I like to hear that.
You've got a blaster in hand. You've got at least the material you need in grave.
Just do what I did. Just pass. It's just like,
that
what am I
worked
going to do?
out very well for me, or for you.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, I didn't have lead yoke on the field, okay? I have
That's
my
true.
stupid little headgeared over here.
If I throw everything I have into it, there's also just like the worst play ever made.
I'm down for that line.
It's quite possible that's what's coming here. God, that still doesn't out it. Ah! I'm so tempted to say fuck it, pass.
You really learn
so
to respect these cannot be destroyed by battle monsters.
Yes.
When you play sealed.
I'm just sitting here like, how do I destroy this
Yep.
guy twice and I can't?
Yep. It's funny because of all sets too, this is a set it'd be likely to happen. We have a lot of special summoning in this set.
We do, and it's so annoying because I am so close to having something that does it, but it doesn't quite. Yeah, I'm gonna take the risk. We'll see. If you can OTK me, you can OTK me. Show
Game
it to
3,
me.
buddy. You ready? Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We'll banish burner and switch hitter
Okay.
for blaster.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll go. I need to make sure the math on this is right. Yeah, we're good. Double magnum shield on the headgeared and then normal switch.
Let me draw. Oh, that wouldn't have done shit. Okay, yep. Game 3, I guess. I did. So, I had a play that, like, kept me in the game for another turn, but it used up literally everything I had. If it wasn't exactly the double magnum shield, I think that I made the correct move. OTK into OTK.
OTK.
What has this episode been? This is sealed. This
I know.
shouldn't be
This should not
possible.
be happening. This is
Okay.
wild. Oh my god.
We're
Look
just
at the
gonna
dragon
open
rulers
both of our
enable.
cool combos. It's gonna work out.
Okay. All right. I get to show you the cool combo after this too.
Oh, that's not a terrible hand. That's a really not terrible hand.
Mine's okay.
Actually, this is a little bit of an awkward hand. All right, I spent a lot of time on this decision, and I'm just gonna set pass.
Great. I'm glad that was climactic.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
I'll draw. Standby main. That's, I guess, slightly interesting. What are you setting? Probably like glass jaw? Resurrect it with switch hitter next turn. Like that could be the play. You could also just like set headgeared, although that like kind of defeats the purpose of that card. So like I don't think you would do that. There's also stuff in this set that just has like abnormally high defense, like the Mecha Phantom Beast, like Stingray stealth bomber thing.
The Mecha Phantom Beasts randomly have ridiculously good stats.
Yeah. I have a newfound respect for that after. I think in Jank one time, Joseph played Mecha Phantom Beast and he machine duped the Stealth Ray and I almost like, just like, it blew my mind. I don't really know how I want to tackle this. My read is Glassjaw. So you know what? Let's go for that. Let's go headgeared of our own.
God damn it. Yeah, that's fine.
I will get rid of our counterpunch.
That's annoying.
Then, is there anything else I want to do? Could just try to survive with the headgear. You would need like yoke plus... usually 2 dudes, like in all honesty. But you need something big enough to withstand a counterpunch. So that's kind of annoying for you to deal with. Do you have like one other consideration? Nah, we'll just do this. Let's just see what happens. We'll hit.
Okay, you had a soul read on the Glassjaw.
Okay, makes sense. Second main, I'll just set one. Over to you.
Okay, draw for turn. You also had a hell of a read on the switch hitter in hand.
Got the memory loss for him.
Okay, 2 defense with him. I think I stick with what I've got. Your go.
Okay, I'll draw.
That opening headgeared. Such a brutal opener.
How do I deal with this little fella here? Let's go burner pitch title.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Get Blaster out of the deck. It's not like super useful to us, but he's fine. Don't know if I need to put like a ton of pressure on you at the moment. But I do have to clear the switch hitter. We'll go Gwalshavad.
That's a lot of dude. Okay.
Attack.
Gwalshavad clears.
1,000.
I'll take a grand.
And Blaster cannot attack per burner's restriction. I will just go to my end phase. Go ahead.
Okay, let's draw for turn. Oh, that's a sick one. Oh, actually, I have a sick way to make sure the thing I'm worried about doesn't happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to normal summon a second Glassjaw.
Sure.
I'm going to go to battle. I'm actually going to attack into the Gwalshavad here.
I'll take 5.
Main phase 2, I'm going to special spar.
Sure.
Which gets around its effect. This also gets around the heraldry crest you could have gone into next turn.
Potentially.
And I'm going to overlay for a lead yoke.
Sure.
And let's see. The things that beat this lead yoke, there are 2 high rarity Xyz monsters. A switch hitter would not get you into Heraldry Crest this turn.
Locked into Batland Boxers when you use him.
I think we have to stick with that. I basically have to take the gamble that you're not on Gauntlet Launcher and not on the capability to use Gauntlet Launcher here. You can have that blaster back, by the way.
Yep, thank you. Comes back in the end phase. Okay. We're about to find ourselves in a very interesting situation.
Uh-oh, are we about to get the lead yoke wars on?
Yeah, I think we might be. So, do we just get it over with, I guess? Sure. Sparer. I'm going to have to special him. I can just normal him.
Yeah. You can still use your battle phase if you do
I
that.
can. I don't know if I'm going
nice.
to, but I could.
But you could.
I do have lead yoke. He is here.
Okay.
Question now becomes, is there anything else to really do here. Got some dragons. Summon Blaster, hit the lead yoke. That just takes a material off and effectively accomplishes nothing. Yeah, I'll just pass.
Okay, just passing. Oh, that's a fascinating card.
This is just going to be like, who can draw their blowout out first?
That is true. And it's time for me to show off one of my favorite blowouts. Also one of your favorites. Oh,
great. All right, this is a problem. Yep.
4,200 into your 2,200.
So I take 2,000 here? Sure.
Yep.
I'll detach. I go up to 3K.
Main phase 2 is at 3K. I will set a back row, and it is your turn.
Okay. This is a problem. We'll draw.
I don't like that.
What could you have in your back row? I think the only like 2 good traps are like Memory Loss and Xyz Block. Could be on Xyz Block.
I will tell you, I have one good trap in my deck that is neither of those things.
Okay. Well, in that case, I could just be completely off. I have a move. The question is, do I want to play around Xyz Block or not? This should probably work. I'm going to go pitch Blaster and Burner to pop your Magnum Shield.
That's probably the smart move here. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to banish double Burner for title.
Okay.
And then, you fool, I have my own Magnum Shield!
Oh, no!
4 from the title.
Oh, God. This is not good. Yeah, I'll take 4 from the title, and I'll detach the Glassjaw to add Switch Hitter.
Sure. That's the problem with this play, is that you still have Switch Hitter, so you can just make another one. We'll get in for... So you go up to 3K here to my...
So I take 12?
No, you take 2, because I'm up 8 as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's your 3,000 to my 5,000.
All right.
He's a big lead yoke. You're at 38, and that's the end of my turn. Go ahead.
If I have a Magnum Shield, can I kill you over that title?
If you had double Magnum Shield, you probably could.
You have 5,500 lead yokes at
38.
38.
You'd be 78, so you're 26. You'd be 300 off if you had double Magnum Shield.
I am so close to having like the sickest kill move on you here. God, I am really close to being able to end the game here.
Wow.
Oh, what gets me there? What gets me there? Yeah, I think we go battle here.
Sure. Clear the title.
Clear title. Yeah.
It's 12. You're 38 to my 26.
Okay. Main 2. Main 2, I am going to normal summon that Switch Hitter.
Go second lead yoke. Fine by me.
Yeah, probably not going to get much better than this for me. Now, the question is, do I put the lead yoke in attack? If you draw into Magnum Shield, am I just boned anyway?
So I'm at 5,000 to your 38, which is 12. A second Magnum Shield only puts me at 3,200 damage. So no, you're not dead if I have a second Magnum Shield. But if I have a 3 Magnum Shield...
I'm willing to guess you don't have 3 Magnum Shield right now. So you'd be at 3,800 damage if you take away...
I mean, you thought you were safe last time you thought that, so...
I did. Yeah, I am going to go for the second lead yoke, and I am going to summon it in defense. This is a little bit of a throw into like exactly you having 2 monsters that can get over it, as well as the current lead yoke that you have. But I think I am okay with those odds.
I was about to say, I feel like that's a pretty calculated risk, given the circumstances. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, lead yoke still has 2,000 defense, so he's not that easy to get over. Okay, what are we doing now? Well, I can start clearing. I could just bring all my rulers back and just clear the materials off your lead yoke. Does that, like, accomplish anything? Not particularly. Waste a bunch of resources for no reason. I'm just going to clear this guy. So I'll hit you for 1,200.
Yeah.
My 5,000 to your 38. And I think probably just chilling. Over to you.
Okay, draw for turn. That's not bad, but it doesn't get me there. The other awkward thing here is that lead yoke is huge.
He's 5,000.
Both materials off of my lead yoke, I am dead.
Well, I also have to clear the lead yoke, too.
That is true. There's one clause on a card I have in hand that would absolutely, it is just keeping me from being able to do the move that I want to do here.
As is Yu-Gi-Oh, my friend. As is Yu-Gi-Oh.
True. Would that even help me? What I need here is to be able to destroy both Magnum Shield and Lead Yoke.
Which is a bit of a problem.
All order. It is a bit of a problem.
I will say the one thing about this set that it's lacking is the lack of removal is definitely an issue.
That is true.
Pretty bad when a set like Storm of Ragnarok with like Nordic Relic Leviathan is like more removal than this set contains. Yeah.
I think I have to set a monster and pass.
Try to not die in case I can clear. Okay. That's like respectable, I guess.
God, I so immediately win this game if I can draw into one of like 5 cards in my deck.
We'll go battle.
Okay.
I'll take out the new set.
Okay. That's fine.
It's not like a bad card in the graveyard. It's always useful to you. I've got a back row. I'll just throw it back.
Okay, come on. Deck, I need your help here. Oh my god, that's it. Oh my god, that's it. I get to do the thing. Okay. All right. If that is memory loss exactly, I'm still not in a great position. But
you get to do the thing.
Yes. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. We're going to try for it just because it is the coolest move I have access to.
Okay.
I am going to declare in hand my Tempest Dragon Ruler of Storms.
Sure.
And I am going to send it and Lightning Dragon Ruler of Drafts from my hand to the graveyard.
Sure.
And with it, I am going to add Parsec the Interstellar Dragon.
What are you doing with this bullshit?
And you control an Xyz monster, which means I am going to special summon Radius, the Half Moon Dragon, from my hand.
Oh my god. Where?
Then because I control a level 8 monster, I will normal summon Parsec the Interstellar Dragon.
Okay, yeah, I'm still with you.
And Aleximo, this set is called Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy.
You did not pull.
I received the Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy itself. Let's go, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I'm gonna get blown out by an Xyz block, but it will have been worth it to try this move. We'll detach for effect.
This is in the battle phase, isn't it?
Oh, it's at the start of your battle phase. Yeah, we'll go to battle phase and do that.
Thank God I have memory loss. Holy shit.
Okay. Oh, that would have been so goddamn sick if that had
rad,
worked.
Though. Holy crap.
Oh,
that's so
my
cool.
God.
That kicks ass that you pulled it off.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't do me a lot of good now. I'm glad that wasn't Xyz block. Otherwise, I straight up lose this turn.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, this card's insane, though. Like, this actually outs Lead Yoke and stuff, too.
Yeah, it instantly outs this entire field because not only does it negate Lead Yoke, but it also negates sets Lead Yoke to its original, and if you try to counterpunch, it gains 1,000 in response.
Yep. It's like the perfect out.
Yeah, and maybe I should have waited. There's like a world where next turn I draw a blaster and I could have done the thing, but man,
also it could have not been memory loss, right? Like you don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Main one. Okay. So I mean, I have to clear that thing. I can't let that stick around. That's just like a disaster waiting habit. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure, buddy. We'll go headgeared.
Oh boy.
Bit of a risky guy, but we'll go ahead and dump ourselves a glass jaw.
Okay.
Can use this to get something back. Can just get the headgeared back again. Sure. I'll get him back. I do just need to like start like getting the materials off this yoke at some point, but I'm not like in a major rush to do so. which is why I'm like sort of just like biding my time and trying to get into a more favorable position. Let's just go battle. Take out the Tachyon dragon.
Ah, lame.
And I think I'm just going to pass. I'm just biding my time.
Draw for turn. Okay, I will tell you, I did not draw Blaster.
Okay, so you really should feel better about that.
Hold up. Is there a way?
This is awkward for you too, because if you don't clear headgeared, you know I can make another lead yoke next turn.
It's true.
But if you put him in attack mode, he makes your life points vulnerable. So it's a very awkward situation for you to deal with right now.
Yeah, I absolutely should have held that. There was like no reason for me to go for that move right then. Oh, well. 5,000 on that lead yoke.
5 stacks, my friend.
What do I need to do in order to get out of this alive? You've got a lead yoke that's going to be at 5 grand. You have at least one known counterpunch in play. So that's a lead yoke that could be 6,000. It's not great, but if I'm going to stay in the game obnoxiously, I can't actually put a monster onto the board because basically any monster I summon is going to lose to lead yoke attack. But I also have to put a monster on the board because if you just attack in with headgear, I'm dead.
I was about to say.
I am going to summon Tidal in defense.
Just to wall up. Wow. Okay.
Just to wall up. It's rough. I am not in a great position.
You're not out of it, though, for what it's worth.
That's true. And I'll pass turn.
Okay. We'll draw. Stand by main. Okay. So, you successfully evaded death this time. Gets a bit awkward. You don't have a lot of ways to summon back Tempest or Tidal. Actually, I think you don't have any ways unless you have a wind or a water in your hand. So
I have my set.
Oh, actually, these are dragons.
Tachyon.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. I'm looking at the attributes, completely ignoring the fact that these are actually dragons. Okay, so no, you can get those back, and you can just keep walling up, and that's like fine. We'll go headgeared, use the effect.
Okay.
We'll get another counterpunch in the grave.
Okay.
Let's make the second lead yoke.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just do some cleanup, I guess. So we'll go battle.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go... This literally does not matter in the slightest unless there's some card that I'm forgetting exists, so we'll just do this.
Okay.
And we'll do this. Let's get a material off. Let's slowly start to chip away here.
And I'm actually going to detach...
Glassjaw?
Yeah, we're
Sure.
going to detach Glassjaw and get the other lead yoke
Sure.
back into the extra deck.
That's fine. And then... That's all for me. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw for turn. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see here.
So you can still wall up with rulers to try to live.
God, that Magnum Shield is hammering me right now.
I mean, if that lead yoke gets in, you're dead. Like, straight up.
It's true. That is exactly true.
The funny thing is, I don't even need the Magnum Shield to kill you because I have Counterpunch, so since I'm 3k, I could still kill you anyway, even if that wasn't there. That just makes it impossible to clear the lead yoke.
Okay, well, I have to keep trying for it here, I think. Gonna go switch hitter.
Okay, sure.
Need to declare switch hitter. We're gonna summon Glassjaw.
And just, like, keep the cycle going.
Yeah, it's wild. I do have outs to this board in my deck. I'm just not currently drawing into them. I will set and pass.
Okay. So, if I want to cut off the rotation, I need to hit the lead yoke with the Glassjaw first. So then that way you're not able to get back. You can get back the switch hitter, but you won't be able to get back lead yoke. So I think that's the way that I have to play this. Yeah, I straight up think that's just what I have to do. Okay, we'll go battle.
Okay.
We'll go small yoke into that yoke.
Yeah, I'll detach switch hitter.
And then we'll go big yoke.
I'll detach Glassjaw and I'll use it to grab gotta be switch hitter or is it gotta be sparrer here? I think it has to be switch hitter. No, I think I like sparrer better here.
Okay. Second main, I'm just going to throw one down and pass.
Okay, draw off a turn. So I have a lead yoke with no material and a lead yoke with a material.
Yep, you got a 38 and a 3K.
I think you've got it.
Really?
I think you've
just
probably
throwing in the
got
towel.
I think there's a way. We'll see. We'll see if I can draw into it before you get the things that you need in order to win the game. I'm going to set and pass here.
Okay. I'll draw. I think I've got it, but we will see what happens. Flip sparrer.
Yes.
Normal the third headgeared.
Okay.
Let's get rid of the third counterpunch, because why not?
Yeah.
Go for the third lead yoke.
Yep. God, wow, you had 3.
I got 3. Yep. We're going to go title, banishing, Aurora Wing, and it can be just anything at this point. Water or dragon. I guess I can get rid of the other title. That's fine. And then we'll go blaster, banish, glass jaw, and I can get rid of these counter punches. I don't need 3.
Yeah, yep. You got it.
Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the big guy gets in for the final hit.
Yeah, so I had double high tide on Fire Island, which is great if I have access to blaster. That actually outs your big lead yoke.
Yep.
But unfortunately, in the entire match
no burner,
the entire
no blaster.
game, didn't get access to blaster at all.
Yeah, and in all fairness,
so that messed me up.
In all fairness, you won this episode because for people who don't know, we had to film a game 1 that got lost in the void due to OBS crashing. So Robert ended up winning that game. So technically, when he won the first game 1 of this game, that would have been his second of the set. And so by that standard, he won this round, at least in my eyes. And so even though I won in your eyes, I still think RJ's the winner. So congratulations.
Well, I think the winner here is all of us for having, at least for the 2 of us, gotten like 4 really sick duels in.
I'm really sad that we don't get to show off the first duel that we had because it rocked. It was so
spectacular.
Insane. You know what? While we're talking about the decks, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up actually on Dueling Book in the records. So go ahead and talk.
So I also got Gauntlet Launcher. So okay. I was on that strategy in the side deck, but basically my plan was, because I knew that you were almost certainly going to be going into Battle and Boxers, I wanted to maximize my outs to lead yoke. I only got 2 Magnum Shields, so I knew I was going to be losing the lead yoke war. But Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon
such a sick
solos
such a sick pull.
If I can add it. So I went for the double Parsec, the double Radius, and maxed out on access to Tempest so that I could get to those at any time that I need. Unfortunately, you had access to back row that I didn't at the time. Right. But that was pretty much the plan there. And the rest was the basic Dragon Rulers and Battle and Boxers.
Yeah, we're at the point in the replay now where I just summoned the Trifortress tops that I pulled and overlaid for my Gauntlet Launcher. And this Gauntlet Launcher was insane. 5,200 attack, and then I just get to use both detaches. It's like talking about, it's not Tachyon Dragon soloing, but Gauntlet Launcher by itself can out a lead yoke with full material, which is insanity. It's also a warrior for Magnum Shield, which like, I didn't look at Gauntlet Launcher and see a warrior. I think of a machine, but you know what? If Yu-Gi-Oh! If Konami wants to make it a warrior, that's fine by me.
If they wanted to grant us the extra Magnum Shield target.
Yeah. So I got 3 lead yoke. I got double blaster, double title. I only got 1 copy of Tempest. So I decided not to even just play Tempest because it's like, it's a one of, and I figured like the water synergy was just better with my like water package of the Shark Kraken trying to like get into Gauntlet Launcher in some like goofy way. But also just had like incidental title synergy as well. So I figured like, it's not like the end of the world, I guess, because you need to have waters anyway to get title out onto the field. And I like how title just sort of acts as like a Battling Boxer like starter because it's like Foolish Burial, which is very funny.
Basically,
so,
yeah.
I think we actually, are we at the part where I think we like maybe made a mistake? I don't remember, but at this point in the game, this is where the first lead yoke has been outed, and we're trying to just struggle to get there. But yeah, this set was like incredible for sealed. This was so much fun. And like, yeah, it's like battling boxers, so like you're almost guaranteed to see that. But the fact that you have like this crazy card like in Magnum Shield, the Dragon Rulers are a lot of fun to play around with. I don't know about you. I didn't get any copies of Redox.
I got 2 Redox, but I only got 1 Blaster.
Okay, I see.
Which made it a little bit rough in that last game.
You were on Reactant. I just wasn't sure if you were playing Reactant for like a guy or not, because like there's the possibility like that could have been the case. Right now we're seeing the Magnum shielded Gualvashad coming down, which was just like hilarious. And then this is where you just completely out my board because I forgot to do the blaster thing. And then just make the lead yoke, and basically from that position, you're sitting pretty. I don't remember at what point this like complete. Oh no! I forgot. Yeah, we get through the whole game. We just realized that the recording corrupted it at some point. Yep. Did you get any other crazy pulls, or was that like the extent of it?
That was pretty much it. I got rank up Magic Barion's Force, and there are targets for it in here, but they're not terribly good. That was pretty much it. Yeah, I got a pretty decent Dragon Ruler lineup. I only pulled 2 Stream and 1 Blaster, though. And yeah, it was just like I saw Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I was like, that is the strat.
That is the strat. I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. That card is wild. Absolutely absurd card. So I'm glad we got to see it at least. So technically, if we didn't have the 4th game, we wouldn't have seen Tachyon Dragon.
That's true. We wouldn't have.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout out to Shadow1317, Tim00x3, Moto, MBT Playing the Dolce, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, Part 2, The Synchro Guy, Dan Manhoben, Phoenix the Immortal, Dixon Yamada, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Iron Bladesman, Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, Valen Jackson, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Brett's Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, and Taisho. Thanks for the sleeves, Dad. Max, Matthew Brady, Twinkle Muncher, Dalton, Luabon, Yodabon. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Simos Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLafferty, Stolpen Amethyst, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnels, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel by all Community soon, Cancel by all Committee soon, Cancel by all Players soon, Sakura-san, Shrugzix, The Crystal Beast Enthusiast, ITF, Corvain, and True Dragon Gaming. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.